Trying a new style of video here today. So one thing I'm going to do on my channel is not clickbait you. So in the description of this video, if I've said this is what I'm talking about for gold mining, I'm letting you know right now, this is just a talking head, more of a podcast type thing. There isn't going to be a bunch of videos of me gold mining in this video. So if you've been misled, click away now. Apologize for that. If you do want to listen to me talk about gold mining, and you do listen to this episode, then let me know in the comments at the end if this is something that I should do more of. Just sort of experimenting with the whole YouTube channel situation. There's a lot of times when I'm driving and I find that's a really good time to think and talk about gold mining. So that's what this video is going to be. Specifically, making money gold mining. Well, every time you go gold mining, you come home with some gold, you've made money, but there's expenses involved. And so how much money do I need to make gold mining so that I could say, maybe I could do this for a summer and actually mine gold? So first of all, what constitutes making a living? You really don't need that much to live out at a river to basically say, this is my vacation. I spent 3 months gold mining and I covered the expenses of that vacation. That's quite a lot different than I have a mortgage to pay. I have bills, things add up at that point. And then of course the expenses while you're mining, you have to factor in, because driving out to a river, towing a big air brake of a trailer, it takes gasoline, and gasoline is expensive. One option would be if you worked a minimum wage job full-time. So $15 an hour, 8 hours a day, 40-hour work weeks. What are you actually going to earn at the end of a month? And I believe that's really not enough for me to live on, especially if you consider the expenses involved. It's just not going to work. But let's say you move up to $20 an hour. It's gold mining is a hard job. You don't want to be doing that for minimum wage. There's other things you can do for minimum wage. So if I say $20 an hour, it's still pretty low, but maybe it's more achievable. Well, that would be, so 40-hour work week times $20 an hour, you're looking at $800 a week. 16, that's $3,200 a month. Okay, but expenses on top of that to drive to and from a river. Now the other thing to consider is I can't just drive out to a river and live there for a month to do this. This has to be something where I currently have a job that takes up my time. I'm able to get out for about a 3-day trip, typically 4 if I can really squeeze it, but I wouldn't be able to just quit my job to go mining for months. That wouldn't work as far as maintaining relationships and everything else going on in my life. But some jobs, you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Other jobs, you work 4 days a week, just with more hours. And I think that would be realistic. If I were to go out gold mining Monday to Thursday, and you drive out Monday morning, you drive home Thursday evening, and then your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you've got those weekends to spend with loved ones. That would work. And so let's just think about a 1 month period of doing that. It would be 4 4-day trips. So really that's only 16 working days that I would have out of that month. So in 16 days, you'd have to make that $3,200. And wow, the math is excellent. You'd need $200 a day. But things get a little bit more complicated. The fuel to drive out there. I don't think we can count groceries because you would be eating anyways. But my Subaru gets, it's 14 liters per 100 kilometers. 14 liters is getting right up there to, $25-$30. Well, if it's $25 and it's 400 kilometers, it averages, but that's a round trip there. So you're looking at $200 in gas plus for the boat. Boat's pretty good on gas, but you're still, I run premium in my mining pumps and everything. That's almost negligible. But let's just throw another $100 in for that. So you're talking $500. Math making sense. Sorry, $300 in gas per trip. So that's $1,200 in gas, and then that 16 number was very convenient for math. So let's add another $400 to that just for wear and tear, things that are gonna break as you're out there. So we've gone from $3,200 to $4,800 to make that $20 an hour and pay for expenses, which for the 16 days means you need $300 a day. I have seen 1 gram vials of gold sell for $90 on Facebook Marketplace. So it's sort of that difference between wholesale and retail. If you sell retail, I make a nice little card that's utmost outdoors. It's sort of like a version of like Patreon. Some guys will sell pay dirt. So rather than pay dirt, I would basically sell a 1 gram vial of ultrafine flour gold. Go to your local creek, get the dirt that you're going to be working with, seed it with that, test your equipment, test your panning skills. That's sort of how it would work. But I think there might be some interest in $100 1 gram vials of gold, which would mean 3 grams a day. However, much more realistic, if you're going to take that gold to sell at a gold buyer, let's just ease of math, it wouldn't be quite that, but let's call it $75 a gram. Then I would need 4 grams a day. I've definitely found 4 gram days. I've even had trips where I've averaged 4 grams a day. But the real trick is one trip you do well, the next trip you find nothing. So either that one trip you need to do really phenomenally well, or I need to get better at consistently picking rivers that will pay. I think the secret there, and this might be where it's actually useful for people who are listening to me talk about my personal plans and what I want to do, is how can you learn to find more gold yourself? What I found last year is when we didn't get a good flood, I'm talking, houses getting torn down, but like the water needs to rise 3-4 times what its fall low is, the spring freshet. That is required to clean up all the mud and stuff that's left underneath the ice layer. So it was really difficult to actually find good gold because the river never had a good flood. So I need to use the Alberta Rivers app. I need to say like, okay, there's just been a flood, so I can either be one of the first people to get there, or if it's further away from civilization, you have all summer because nobody else is going to be there. But I basically need to go out and laptop prospect rivers that have had floods, find corners and inside bends that I think are going to have gold, and then go out and prove that I can find 4 grams a day at those locations. And if I do that, and I do that for 4 trips in a row on average, then I can say, hey, look, in 1 month, I could theoretically make this much. And then that would be sort of how I could plan out a making money gold mining situation where I would have quit my job and full-time gold mine. I need 4 grams a day for 4-day trips consistently for 4 trips. That's the goal. Anyways, thank you for watching, as always. And in the comments, do leave me a message if you did watch this video. If it's something that I should do more of, just sort of talking about this with the talking head, or if you have suggestions, should I be upgrading this with, actual gold mining content mixed in? It's an ever-evolving process. I'm new to YouTube. You're going to see all sorts of different experiments going out here. It won't be a consistent thing every day, but like I said, I'll try to not clickbait you. Anyways, I've just arrived at the airport where I'm here to pick up somebody. So time for me to sign off, and yeah. Cheers.